Why is this your only path to another city? This seems really dangerous.
Very dangerous.
It would be really funny for him to come back up and be like, forgot my sword, and then leave again.
Sorry, hold on, this is awkward. Hello everyone, I'm Dan.
And I'm Austin.
And we are here to play games.
Very badly.
That's right, welcome back to Legend of Dragoon Severed Chains. We are in the Cashua Glacier here, and we just encountered our shop owner bros here.
Segundo.
Indeed.
And Cuarto.
Some updates for you. Dart now has his Master Edition, Blazing Dynamo. Went ahead and just knocked out Moonstrike, which does end up pretty strong, but Blazing Dynamo will end up much stronger in the end. So we're going to level that up for him. Rose, as you know, has Demon's Dance. Hashel is currently working on Hex Hammer. And Albert's Blossom Storm, Flower Storm is finished. You can see it's a little bit more powerful than Gust of Wind Dance, but much more SP. Meru currently has Cool Boogie as her addition, which just gives this huge amount of SP, which is nice, because we're leveling up her Dragoon form. I have Kongol's Master Edition, such as it is. It is just getting started. And as a note, I like it a lot more than Inferno, which I'm not a big fan of, as far as timings go.
Right.
So, and Miranda is Miranda.
She's already mastered all her editions.
Yup. We do have the dragon. We do have the violet dragon for Hashel and the jade dragon for Albert, in addition to Rose's dark dragon and Dart's red-eyed dragon.
But it'll all real nice.
Yeah. Meru is closing in on her dragon. And then Congo will get there someday. So will Miranda. But Miranda, if we can get one more Dragoon level, her shots are 75 SP per if I set her up properly. So just going to have to grind it out at some point, but not too concerned about that at this exact moment.
Right.
And I am going to be bringing Meru into the party before long here, but I figured I would show off some of these additions here before we do that.
Yeah.
I didn't really buy much new here, just kind of did some leveling up in this area, so I think we're good to go here, but yeah, we're headed through to the Tower of Flanvel. Time to do some rappelling, I think. Oh, it's on the left side, okay. But first we must fight.
Must fight everything.
That one's very satisfying to use.
Oh, we're right next to a boss, too. That's crazy. I didn't realize we were that close when we got to the shop.
Oh yeah, we're really close to a boss.
Starting off strong. So, as a reminder of what happened last time, excuse me, Lloyd captured Queen Teresa to get the magic moon mirror.
Indeed.
Which is supposed to be in Flanvel, which is where we are headed.
That's right. Because Lloyd is a very mean person, and we're gonna make him pay.
He's a big meanie head.
Uh-huh.
And we also learned, really doesn't come as too much of a surprise, but we learned Lloyd is a Wingly.
Oops. Mm-hmm.
Which kind of explains how he got the Dragon Buster, I suppose.
It's, yeah, it's related enough.
Because it was, well, because they were guarded / protected by the Winglies, or at least the knowledge the Winglies had.
Indeed. Alright. And, even though we have, Meru all set up, with her addition and everything, and she doesn't really need much grinding there. We are going to go ahead and keep leveling her up to get her dragon. Let's see. Where do I need to go here?
Oh no.
Okay. Just gonna keep an eye out. I think that, yeah, alright. Oh, I see what we need to do. So down here, and I guess down here. Ah! Okay.
All the way down.
I get one of these.
Yeah.
Give me treasure! Please give me.
Give.
Thank you.
Please? Please?
Of course, I had to be facing away from it to get it.
This chest only opens when you don't look at it.
Exactly. Alright, head up here. We're gonna go get that other chest. We're gonna have to, like... This ground is slightly slippery as well.
All the way up and around. Oh, man, you gotta...
Yep. It's a whole thing.
It is a whole thing. Honestly, give Dark credit where it's due. I couldn't climb an icicle like that.
Oh my...
With all that slick ice, there'd be no way.
Oh yeah.
He must
Dancing
have extra grippy hands.
Very grippy.
Super grips on his gloves.
Don't worry, we'll get there eventually.
It's fine.
It's a fun little screen.
We're just taking the
scenic route. Yeah. There we go. Whew. Alright,
All right.
Down here, you can see me slip all over the place. We are getting a good amount of gold here, though, which is pretty cool. Ah!
Okay. I don't know why that was like that, but okay. Oh.
Alright, battle time. These little crystal guys are something else.
There's another item underneath a log.
There is. I missed that.
Those guys look crazy. You know what they remind me of? The old Polygon fighters from like the original Super Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah, the fighting Polygon team.
Yeah.
That was that was very interesting.
Because they were more solid in the first one, and then in Melee they were more just like wire frames.
Right. Oops. It is slightly slower on that second set, so you can get back into the
rhythm.
correct. You'll notice I do have the accessory to boost SP gain instead of the therapy ring on Meru right now. She's getting 300 points per complete edition, which is pretty great.
That's awesome. You've got, well, okay, so not your silver dragon. It's probably still like level what, 2?
Yes, Miranda's is level 2. Kongol's I think was 3 or 4. I think it's 3.
Yeah. But everybody else is almost max here.
Ugh, that's the counter I don't like getting on that one.
At least you passed it, even if you didn't finish the combo.
Oh no, I finished it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it say cool boogie, that's all.
Yeah, it got finished.
Okay.
There we go.
Dynamic Dynamo!
Yeah! Very dynamic. Yeah, okay. Probably under here. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Give it to me, please? Thank you.
No? Will
Fatal
not.
Blizzard. Well, curses. Alright. So, let's see here. I think we're probably good with this party for this boss. It's not really that tough. If you're concerned about it, you could always bring in Albert for his Rose Storm. I'm gonna go ahead and get some Hex Hammer completion on this boss. So
Good idea.
we'll keep Haschel in the party.
There we go. What? Uncle feels monster angry about me entered here. I cannot imagine what they are thinking to live in such a cold place. Monster don't know coldness. Monster only knows to kill.
Good point.
It wants to kill us?
It wants to kill us.
Well, fair enough. I guess it's Miranda. Thank you, but no thank you. Here it comes.
Yeah, I don't know why the dialogue was suddenly like that. It was weird.
I really don't understand that.
Windigo.
That is the oddest looking Windigo I've ever seen.
Yep.
Usually when I think of a Windigo, it's like abominable snowman / Sasquatchy in nature.
Uh-huh.
This is an alien that got lost in the planet.
You are alien.
Oh man. It still did a lot of damage. What the?
That's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm. Dink.
Shake off the concussion. It's fine. All right.
73. Woo. I guess it's considered magic damage.
Yeah, I guess so.
That or it's just not that strong.
Ow.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, Boogie. That's a fun name for an edition.
Uh-huh. And she doesn't fall over during it. Yeah, it's definitely magic damage.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to decide if I want to do a Dragoon here, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this thing's water elemental, so Dart should do a good bit of damage. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that I want the other two to transform right now, but yeah, let's do some Dragoon with him.
Yep. So the heart has 3 HP.
Oh boy.
Windigo has 10,000, and the snow cannon is 400.
Of course. Oh, I love Final Burst.
Yeah, it's such a good move. Apparently he can like drain party members.
Right. Yeah, he can drain HP, I think.
Yeah. So eventually he puts one of the allies into his chest compartment and summons 2 snow cannons. Crush Dance and Raw Typhoon can one-hit KO them, or the Master Edition in this case.
Mm-hmm.
When both are dead, the ally gets spit back out and can fight again. If you defeat the cannons quickly, they can really put some damage on if you're not careful. When the Windigo drains HP from its captured victims, when the ally gets spit out, the heart becomes temporarily available to hit. So it only takes 1 damage per like attack.
Okay.
But it's only got 3 HP, so it's an easy way to kill the boss, so to speak, if you can get that off.
Yeah, fair enough. Oop.
Windigo can also still capture allies in Dragoon form.
There it is.
Snow. Everybody, watch out! It might
hit us. Whoa,
Yeah.
What? Let's see how this goes. I was gonna use the red-eyed dragon, but I don't have the MP.
Explosion!
I'm sure explosion will be good.
Yep.
Plus, we haven't seen it in a while, so it's okay.
Just pour.
Best magic in town.
Pour fire.
Explosion.
Yup.
Bye.
All right. Get out of here.
Yep. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
so
hit the heart here.
one. Yep. So, you know, if that happens 2 more times before you crush its HP, then you'll beat the boss without... But I doubt that will happen.
Indeed. There we go.
You think she took the explosion damage?
I don't think so.
Okay.
She was getting low.
Okay. Arm.
Arm. Now. Stop it.
It's such a cinematic, destructive hit.
It really is.
More magic.
More.
Flame shot.
Final burst.
Yeah. That lead up scream though is the same one he does for flame shot.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So it made me think of him going flame shot.
Flame shot.
It does so much.
Yeah, it does quite a lot of damage. All right, he's got 2 more. Oops. Jeez.
Come on, Gramps, get with the program.
That's one of the interesting things about this game is if you get used to certain additions that it might be difficult to complete others. So it really is a good idea to choose your party and get really well practiced with their master editions.
Sure, yeah.
Not a big deal if you're having trouble with one of the lower ones, but if you're going for master editions on your party, you're going to want to be able to complete them with good
Or just get
consistency.
ultimate war gods for all of them.
Yes, I would not recommend relying on that for Dart, however. That is a very, very bad idea, depending on how you want to build him.
Well, I imagine there are better uses for those accessory slots for all party members.
Also that, yes. Dart in particular, you do not want to use an ultimate war god on. So learn Blazing Dynamo. And we will be covering why that is very, very soon. So, all right, let's do, yeah, flame shot. So much
She's
magic.
looking like she's struggling. Yeah. He's Waka with his blitzball.
Ha! Mechaniques. Let's see.
I forgot he called them Maka.
Or Machina, not Mechaniques. Mechaniques are Gungans.
That's true. That's true.
He's Machina.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give a Sun Rhapsody to Dart.
Listen, the teachings of Yevon clearly state that we don't mess with Machina.
That's right. I do have the accessory on Dart that doubles his MP right now, so that's pretty cool.
Handy.
Yep.
We really got to get more legendary casks.
Yep. All right, this is a hit all, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Because it's a cool move.
Mm-hmm. Really, it'll do about the same as Final Burst. It's 75%, but it's awesome. So, and we got the MP for it.
Summons dragon.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And we're back. That was a well worth it Dragoon transformation, I feel like.
I agree. Well, that was fun. Ooh, boogie.
Missed the last one. Alas.
It happens.
Whew. Alright, let's toss
Need some health.
Healing Breeze.
Yeah,
Dart doesn't really need it, but the other two do, so.
absolutely.
Very good.
Andy.
That's much better.
Here we go again. Here we go again on my own.
Very good.
Throwing fists into that chest and crushing bones.
Dynamo!
Nice. Oh no!
That's a
Great,
problem.
just do that 3 more times.
Ow.
They swap places.
Why
Jerks.
would they do that? Alright, let's do... except I think Hashel's Dragoon magics are all single target, so yeah, let's just...
It's all good.
Yeah,
There we go.
We'll get it.
Take this. Take that.
Very good, very good.
A bit of an overkill. Ow.
Owie.
Can somebody please tell him to stop? Don't worry, grandson, I've got you.
Oh, okay. His HP is so low anyway.
Yeah.
We'll finish him off here in a second.
Yep. You've done more than enough damage to him. Ow. Bonk.
Owie.
Blazing Dynamo!
That is a really cool move.
Yep. It's awesome.
I like the way the combo looks, especially with like the jump kick he does or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Ow, my knee pads. 73.
He can do that on Dart all he wants.
I know, right? I thought he was about to pick up Hashel and eat him too, but
Nom 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 nom.
yeah. He's really close. He's got to be.
Yep. Really, Meru is not ideal for getting maximum damage on him, but I really wanted to level up her Dragoon level, so we're just...
Yeah, she should get some decent Dragoon level for this.
Oh, yeah. There we go. That's the end of him.
Why did I even give you a little fancy cutscene kill?
Yeah, we didn't have Dart run up and hit it with his sword like almost every other boss.
Right. You got a brass knuckle. Nice.
Some levels.
Dragoon level up.
Yep, and Dragoon level up for Meru. In one fight, we got her, but that's how insane the SP she was getting. Blue Sea
Awesome.
Dragon. Very cool.
Very good, very good. So that just leaves Ongle and Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
We barely defeated. Thanks to that, I got warmed up. Hurry up, we're moving on. The Tower of Flanvel is back there.
Okay, then.
Why is this your only path to another city? This seems really dangerous.
Very dangerous. Move her back to the therapy ring. But yes, we now have the Blue Sea Dragon. Meru is the only one that's lagging behind on Master Edition. She does get her 4th edition at level 30. So we're going to be trying to get her some good levels here, because getting her Master Edition will give her a huge power boost.
Yeah, she's pretty close to level 32.
Yeah, pretty much every Blazing Dynamo is catching up very quickly. We got it up to level 2. It's catching up to Moonstrike's damage, and it has good SP gain, so it is going to end up being the best in both categories by the time we finish it. Hashel, once we complete Hex Hammer, we will have Omni Sweep down here, which is very, very powerful. And then, yeah, once we get this 4th one, we'll get her Master Edition as well, and then we'll be talking about party composition for in-game party. But for now,
Nice.
we're in very good shape.
Well, except for your health, but yes.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
Moving on.
Ooh, get this.
The Black Rain.
Yes.
Also,
Camouflage chest?
what it said.
I don't see one. We'll find it here in a second. Oh, good. More of these guys.
Maybe it's further along. I'm not sure. It's not very clear.
It is not. Is there a map?
Even on the map, it's not super clear.
Fair enough.
Because it's not even. I don't think it's listed actually here. Hold on. Yeah, it's not. It's not even listed on the map. I think it's probably at Flanvel's tower.
Interesting.
Yeah, Black Rain and continue to the base of Flanvel's tower, which has the Rave Twister. Possibly. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like Tower of Flanvel has its own map, which looks wild.
Oh yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
We are getting Hashel recovered here.
Yeah.
Dart and Meru are in fine shape, especially Meru with the therapy ring is just good luck getting her knocked out if you can't one shot her at full health, because she just heals so fast. Come on, Gramps, get healed.
Just looking ahead a little bit is all.
Oh ho.
Huh. Interesting. Now we are quickly approaching the end of Disc 3. Interesting.
Yes, we are. It's going to be end of Disc 3 very, very shortly.
Yep.
All right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
we should showcase the dragons at some point. I'm not saying we gotta do it this episode, obviously. But I think that'd be fun to do.
I agree. We got 5 of the 7 unlocked. So, yeah, once we get them all unlocked, I think that'll be really good.
Yeah, I agree. Even if it's just like a random fight for each one. The upcoming fight, which I know you know this, but for the upcoming boss fight in the Tower of Flanvel, we'll need to make sure our SP for Dragoon is less than 2.
Yep.
So,
Oh.
I think that's it right there on the top left.
Yeah, I think you're right. Ooh, hey.
Look! This is the Tower of Flanvel. It's the ruin where the moon mirror was placed. It's a swirl! Thanks, Meru. Again, this doesn't seem to be built by humans. No, it's not. According to the legend, it was the Winglies' floating fort during the Dragon campaign. I heard.
Sure.
This can fly? Winglies in the past used to have an enormous amount of magic power. Then it wouldn't be strange if this much magic power is concealed in the divine moon objects. For the people of Serdio, for King Zeal, and for Princess Emile. No, this is a life or death matter for all of Indinus. For Garl. That's even more of a reason. We must stop the ambitions of the Lloyd here. Who's Garl?
Who are you talking about?
We must stop Lloyd.
Give me the camouflage chest. Rave Twister. Yeah, Rave Twister. Cool.
What? Is that a weapon? Like...
Pretty sure that's a throwable magic item.
Oh, I got you. Did you, I don't know if we equipped it or if we even needed it. The Hashel had a weapon that dropped from the Windigo.
Yeah, I didn't equip it yet. I should do that. Yeah, there's Rave Twister right there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll equip that after this battle. Good call out. Whoops. That missed.
Oh, Meru like this.
Oops. Get a little quick on that last hit sometimes.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, the darts Blazing Dynamo is 1 hit, and then 3 relatively quick hits, and then 3 that slow down a little bit. So that makes it very interesting to learn the timing. It's not tough as far as Master Editions go. I think Blossom Storm is a little tougher, but...
Yeah.
Oops. Ow.
Just the hearing the oops before seeing the results of the counter is so good.
Yeah.
But no, I think for me, part of what makes editions difficult, especially the ones that have like multiple hits, is that there's a lot of movement in the background, and you're trying to focus on this blue square that is kind of invisible in some contexts.
Yep. It can be very tough.
So when you've got like Albert's Blossom Storm or Rose Storm or whatever it's called, he's doing all kinds of motion, which my eye wants to immediately watch, but I have to also watch like these giant blue squares shrinking down to the perfect spot so I can time it, you know.
Okay, this has a probability for instant kill, so pretty good weapon. We were using the Diamond Claw before. Anyway,
it's just a straight upgrade damage-wise too.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But yeah, I agree. That's what I've always. Ooh, the Spirit Ring. What does that do? I've always had that. Oh yeah, it just recovers SP each turn. That's nice.
Yep, and we'll get a majoring on the way, which will recover MP.
Perfect. I guess we gotta go up. Wait.
You have to go up the little
Little ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really only one way to go here.
It's pretty linear.
It's very strange how it's all connected.
Yeah. Ow.
Yes. Test. Go. Test. Test.
All right.
Ha. Ha. He. Ha. Ha. He. Take that. Hex hammer.
So, but other games that do these type of edition style, which there's not a lot of them, right? The only other games I can think of right now that do something as similar to this would be Lost Odyssey
Yep.
and Clair Obscur, which is a more recent game.
Super Mario RPG. There are some multi-time moves.
Yes, but
Not
they don't
many.
have like the they don't have the little indicator though, do they? I don't remember them having that.
In the remake, there are some indicators, but the original,
okay.
no. The remake adds some indicators to make some of the timings a little easier.
Oh yeah, they have like a little question exclamation point above their head while you're learning it, and then if you do it consistently well enough, they'll. Oh, that's trippy. Okay.
Right. Okay.
To the right, directly to the right, I think.
Use the southeast. That goes that way. We need to go to the southeast one. Whoops. Oh my god. Let's
Yeah.
go here.
And then.
I think here.
Yeah, northwest or northeast. Excuse me.
I think this goes to. Yep. This should be Mage Ring,
Yep.
which is recovers MP each turn. Very nice.
Yes.
Okay. And then does this go anywhere?
Yeah. Just keep going.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're good.
Yep.
Really not as complicated as it looked. Okay, now we
Yep.
got another one of these.
Yep. So we're gonna use the southwest circular container, and then the northwest. And this will take us to the save point room, and we can also heal up.
Ooh.
The moon mirror is in there.
Ah, yes.
The Dragoon spirit of the divine dragon is resonating. Lloyd, finally we cornered him. What?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
she like unnecessarily flew to Dart, right, to gather. But then she also looked like she was just super depressed while she was flying. She's like shoulders slumped, just like, oh.
She's so sad.
Sad.
All right,
Oh,
let's get prep
my
for
gosh.
this. Where does this go? We can't go that way. Okay.
Hey, where are you going? We have to rescue the Queen Treese as soon as possible. Yeah, there's an item you can get after the fact.
Yep. All right.
So you'll want at least a talisman on
Yes.
one person.
Yes, we do have a couple of talismans. We are at least going to give one to Dart. Let's see. Who are we going to bring into this fight, though?
Great question. While you're figuring that out, I'll talk to our viewers,
Cool.
those who haven't played this game. So if you haven't figured it out yet, Lloyd is our boss of this area, right? So if we transform into a Dragoon, he will use the Dragon Buster to one-hit KO a character, if possible. So, but if you return to normal after like using an attack magic, he can't use it, which is why we want to make sure that our Dragoon SP is at 1 if we're going to turn into a Dragoon at all. If you're not going to do it, then don't worry about it.
Well, we can set up anybody who is going to transform into a Dragoon. We can set them up with a talisman, and they'll be immune to the Dragon Buster's one-shot effect.
Right.
Looks like. So that
Yeah,
is
the character with the talisman can avoid that.
that is nice. Yeah. Now the question is, who do we want to transform?
Dart, obviously. I don't know.
Yeah, Dart. So let's see. Let's take a look at. She got it to 99.
Yep.
Still working on Hex Hammer. I could just have Haschel continually punch him and then have Meru be the other transform.
Yeah.
Or could bring in Albert.
It's up to you, man. I think there's lots of room for. Obviously, Rose Stormer is good for defense, so Albert would be a good option. But I think your party is fine.
Yeah, I'm wanting to get Meru as much XP as possible, so I think we'll stick with her for now.
Yep,
right.
And we can kind of cheese Lloyd's pattern because he will use the Dragon Buster on any character who's a Dragoon. So
yep,
that Dragoon can't die; he'll still keep using it.
Yep. So I'm gonna keep Haschel not transformed and not worry about, and I'll just bait with Dart and Meru on their Dragoon forms. All right. Anything else to cover before we get going? This is the big boss of this disc, I believe.
Yeah. So for those who are going to do this a little bit more or a little less cheesy, right? When Lloyd doesn't have a Dragoon to impale, he can use a powerful non-elemental strike on all the allies. So Healing Breezes would be good to help take care of that. His physical evasion is on par with like Linus's because Wingly, you know. So you're gonna deal with some misses from time to time. Other than that, it seems pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. Okay. Well, let's get going. Here we go.
Yeah.
Whoop.
There
we go.
Go ahead. Yeah. When his HP gets low, he can start doing like this big sword or energy ball attack, which both do some high damage. But again, is he? When did he have time to put on all that armor?
Good question.
Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. I appreciate your cooperation. What are you? Lloyd. Here they are.
Moon objects.
I'm actually the Moon Child. I just got all 3 divine moon objects. Now the world will be reborn into the utopia that Emperor Diaz and I desire. The world will be reborn? What are you talking about? You should know, Your Majesty, the evolutionary plan created by the Great Will Soa, and the flow of evolution woven by the divine tree.
Some of that lore we learned about a few episodes ago.
Gonna have to fight a big tree after this? You humans are merely the 106th in the plan. And we Winglies are the 107th in the plan. I desire the 108th evolution. I desire a utopia created by the last species. For that, I will use every conceivable means. Lloyd, that's all. Sorry. Lloyd, that's all you want to say? The break in line like threw me off.
Yeah.
I'll let my sword say the rest. Shall we finish up?
All right. We shall.
Okay. But that Dragon Buster's useless, just letting you know.
Haha. Okay. So I'm just gonna start baiting him right away here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great tactic because it's the only move he'll do while there's a Dragoon on the field.
So nice.
So effectively, for 10 turns straight, we could avoid any of his other, like, really powerful and annoying stuff.
Yep. Just beat on him. He has 7,000 HP. We're gonna chew him up.
Yeah. All the work you've done getting those additions built up have also given you lots of levels and experience, so...
Yeah.
Crunch. Advertise me, Captain.
If you have leveled up Kongal here, I think Dragon Buster is a physical attack. So if you want to transform him and have him bait him, Dart will do just fine. Albert can do just fine as well with Rose Storm. That's his big AoE move.
It sure is. Oh.
Yeah, they took a lot of damage. Let's go ahead. Give Haschel, poor Haschel, a healing potion.
Yeah.
He very nearly got killed.
Yeah, he did.
I'm actually gonna just guard up with the other two while...
There we go. I'm focused. So, evolution. 108 seeds, right?
Yes, yes.
The Soa tree has 108 seeds.
108 has not been born.
Okay, so it's just like a seed or fruit or whatever that's sitting on the tree that has yet to, like, move?
Correct.
Okay, assuming this is an actual tree with actual fruit that birth actual creatures and not just like a abstract concept.
Correct.
I'm wondering where... so if it's a legitimate, like, everything is as stated and not abstract, analogous things, how did they know that there were 108 fruit? Like, can you go to the tree and go, oh, look, there's another fruit up there that hasn't been born yet? Like...
It's a mythology of sorts, for sure.
Yeah. Or if it is the mythology aspect of it, where they're just like, they're seeing all these creatures that are created and they've found 107 of us, you know, including winglies and humans.
Gigantos are 105, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
The evolutionary process, right? How do they know that 108 is the final number?
It's a good question.
Unless it's just an assumption that that's the next in the line, so to speak, right?
Could be a few things. It could be mythology, and it's just the story they tell. It could also be someone has interacted with Soa in some way.
Right. So that's just kind of where my head is at, because he's like, I want the evolution, and part of me is like, but you understand that you're not going to evolve with that, right? Like, it'll just be the next thing.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a good question, right? What happens to the other species when the newest one shows up? There are obviously still winglies around. There's at least one Gigantos around.
Right. Which there would be more, except for, like, clearly there was, like, some war. I can't remember exactly what happened, but, like, they got killed off through stuff.
Yeah. The idea is there is an evolution, you know... Oh, hey, here we go. Doing some magic. Not too bad.
No.
You see this move over and over.
Yeah, I won't complain. It's it's a wasted turn as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. He's got cool armor.
Yeah.
It's like wingly armor.
Too slow.
Whoa.
Too slow.
Too slow. Okay.
So yeah, just that's where I'm kind of sitting at with the mythos, like how much of that is measurable, I guess, is really what I'm getting at.
Sure. Yeah,
and
I mean, it's interesting. Obviously, there's more to come on some of this. We're getting into, because first two discs, they don't really focus on the mythos. This one, we've started to learn about it, this disc, so.
Right, and I'm sure the more mythos we get under our belt, the more we'll understand what's at stake, and when we ultimately fight God, the tree Soa, Emperor Diaz, or whatever, I don't know.
We will fight something.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna guard up with her.
But yeah, So anyway, by extension, my process of thought is like what
Damn it.
I don't fully understand Lloyd's convictions here, unless he really is just trying to act in a way that will benefit future generations. But that's not the way his character comes across.
True.
It's a little more selfish than that.
666 damage. Oh my god.
You did the evil damage. You're cursed forever.
Oh no.
Ah.
Ow.
Those combos do a lot of damage.
All right.
Her transformation sequence is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like hers.
I know the Silver Dragon, when it was Shauna, did like a magical girl transformation. Does Miranda do the same thing?
I think hers is similar, yes. Okay. This actually is going to be very beneficial, so let's do that.
Oh, the healing
Yep.
ability or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll probably just toss some Dragoon additions with her, keep her healing power available.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my Aurora Borealis to bring health.
Look at all that rainbow.
You thought it was a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Apparently it's rain.
Starting to look like a triple rainbow.
Oh no!
Miss.
The animations are a little funny because when characters are getting hit, they're like really stiff, right?
They are, yeah.
And so it's like he's picking up a log that's just shaped like Meru and yeeting it down into the ground.
Yup.
Yippee!
Smash.
I did some good damage.
Yep, pretty solid.
Yes.
Lloyd.
Go. Go. Blazing dynamo.
Next.
Yeah. You know, the beautiful thing about this too is that by the time her Dragoon is run out, you'll have more with Dart.
Yep. We'll be able to transform him again. He's out of MP
Right.
unless I want to use a Sun Rhapsody, but I think I'm just gonna keep going with the Dragoon additions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even if you just do the additions, they're doing solid damage.
Yep. Alright, come on, Hashel. There we go. Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh. He's doing a big hit thing.
Big one. This is such a cool move.
Man, he really does have like some Ramirez energy.
A little bit.
Although I guess by creation standards, Ramirez has Lloyd energy anyway.
Very true, yeah. Yeah, this came out a bit before Skies of Arcadia.
By a few years, yeah.
Yep. Not too much.
Right. Long enough that it could genuinely be an influence.
Ooh.
Hashel!
Hashel is just taking a beating.
Yeah. I can see why having Albert with Rose Storm would be really good.
Yep. You have 3 talismans, which I don't know if that's possible to get. I think they're buyable. Then you can... Yeah, we'll go ahead. You can have all 3 transform. Yeah, I personally like bringing Meru because she's also a wingly, and getting her levels is very, very good at this point.
Right.
That's it.
Nice.
Get him!
Lloyd! Come back! Aw. What? Wink, what are you doing here?
Hello.
Oh, she's gonna die, isn't she? Yep.
Ah.
Please. Forgive Lloyd.
Who's Lloyd?
I know, right?
Pretty good
I
XP.
Listen, Wink, you don't even know the half of it, okay? I know he saved you, but, like, he's not a good man.
No, he is not.
He's not the one you should be standing in front of. Albert, don't you need to be upstairs? Lloyd killed Lavitz. I trust Dot with everything. He will bring us the right answer.
He's the main character.
I agree. I feel the same way. Ditto.
Kong will just nod.
Kongho, like, is this what it mean, befriend? Why?
Miranda's just standing there like, okay.
Right. Well, Miranda's only concern was the queen, so she's good.
That's true, yeah.
Why did you shield me? I took many people's lives away from my own ideal and the divine moon objects. I used you. Even if it is the truth, the fact that you saved me is still true. Besides, your death won't solve anything. Well, it might solve a few things. Shauna was taken away. What? What did you say? By the man named Emperor Diaz. When did that happen? He told us to bring the 3 divine objects and Lloyd and come to Velved. Emperor Diaz. Finally, he has begun to take action by himself. Now, take them to him. But you're supposed to come too.
Yeah.
Even without me, my utopia will be built by Emperor Diaz. But you're supposed to come too. Where do you think you're going? I completed all my tasks. Now I have to settle up for what I have done so far. Okay. Kill me and go to Velweb. I dedicated my death to your departure. Punch. How about we just bind your wrists instead, you dum-dum? Is it out of pity? Your death won't bring my best bud in the whole world back. Anybody who died back. Look at his portrait. See what you did. Lloyd, I'm going to make you see it through to the end.
Get your sword back.
That fool forgot his sword. Passion. It would be really funny for him to come back up and be like, forgot my sword, and then leave again.
Sorry, hold on, this is awkward.
Did a mic drop moment and just comes back up and like sneaks by to get his weapon.
Hang on, don't pay attention. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Right. Like a stage crew comes out from like right stage, just grabs it and walks off. Is this the power that drives them? We're driven by love.
Yeah. Got the moon objects though.
Yep. We're supposed to take Lloyd with us, but I'm ignoring that.
Mm-hmm.
Shauna was. I see. When we go there, we can reveal the truth about the Emperor Diaz. Whoever he is, he's dangerous. Besides, it's unforgivable to take our dear Shauna as a hostage for his utopia or whatever. Exactly. I'll beat him up, whoever he is.
Exactly.
Queen Teresa, we are headed to Velweb, and we need the moon. And I understand. I will let you have the moon mirror. Okay, thank you. But we need the whole moon, actually. Maybe we were in denial, surrounding ourselves with a comfortable life that really was stagnant. Yes, we humans are not the only species, and all species were given life by Soa's plan. Now is the time to remember the assault of the Divine Dragon, the existence of the Winglies, the Divine Moon objects, the utopia that Lloyd and Emperor Diaz desire. And true Dragoons, let's not forget the Black Monster. Everything is forcing us to remember it, as if things were manipulated by some great will called fate. Even so, I don't care. I will take Shauna back even from fate. Miranda, you are the one of the Dragoons. Go with Dart and discover the meaning of the fate given by Soa.
So now we have to find out the answers to our questions.
Right, and 108, go back to that conversation for just a second, is clearly important, because every 108 years, the Black Monster shows up to kill the Moonchild.
Yep.
Which I'm sure ties into some of that importance with Soa and everything else. Can I ask you one question? Only one? Yes. Why did you save Wink twice? I thought she was pretty. I had no reason for doing that.
No reason.
I see.
Moon mirror.
Acquired moon mirror.
Moon dagger.
Acquired moon dagger.
Moon gem.
Acquired moon gem.
Unfortunately, Lloyd does not join our party.
Honestly, I don't know that I'd want him in our party after all that he's done.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he would certainly be very, very powerful, but yes, he does not formally join our party. He's in the cargo.
Right. Yeah, so now we gotta go back up the tower to get a few more treasures.
Yeah, I think we need to go...
It's that one there.
This one.
And then northeast.
Yeah. Yeah, so we need one more treasure. It is very important. I recommend everyone do this. Because there is one more treasure we need to grab.
Well, there's 3 total, I think.
So
or 4 that we can grab.
So we already got the others. That's the moon objects.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
So down here, and be very careful entering this area. I'm actually going to save, because you do not want to fight the person in this area.
My name is Faust, the commander of the supermobile Fort Flanvel. Below is the land of taboo. Nobody's allowed to pass through. If you would like to stay alive, go away at once. What is that?
Okay.
Acquired therapy ring.
Do not fight him at this point. We are not properly equipped to deal with Faust right now. However, we do now have a second therapy ring, which is pretty cool.
Does he lead to like a secret boss or something?
Faust is the super boss of this game. We are going to come back here to deal with him, but we need to obtain the remaining 5 Stardust before we do that.
All right.
So we will be back here. What's that? Nope. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, this place is a little confusing.
A little bit. Okay, let's see.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. And then down here. Yeah.
Perfect.
Now head out.
Yep. So we have to go back through the glacier.
Back through the Kashua Glacier, that's right.
There's gonna be a slippery slope we gotta take.
Slippery slope!
Slippery slope!
But yeah, we now have the moon objects, which is pretty cool. We've been looking for those, and Lloyd is hanging out with us, so, you know, that's great, I guess.
He's in our cargo. I don't think I'll ever stop referring to it as cargo from now on.
I know. Thank you, Sea of Stars. Oops. I am glad that amuses you.
Well, it's so because it so resonates with my own soul.
Yep.
And the way I play games.
Yep.
Just that immediate knowledge of, oh, I messed up.
Yep.
Before it even visually displays.
Yep. All right.
I think what makes Lloyd so potent as a boss is just because of the high damage he outputs, right? Like, his HP's not too bad, and you're doing a ton of damage with your Master Editions right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you were churning away his HP real fast.
Yep.
But by contrast, he was doing the same. Like, there were several times where Hashel almost died because of a singular move, right?
Yeah. Yeah, really, he would not be able to do much if I had had 3 talismans and instead of Hashel brought Albert with.
Sure.
We just would have been baiting with all 3 characters that are immune to the Dragon Buster. It's just, you pretty much just say, like, he can still do damage, but just not enough compared to,
right.
like, it's a real slugfest, which is nice. Very satisfying boss.
Right, especially with Rose Storm.
Yeah. That would really cut the damage.
Right. Yeah. Because it reduces damage by half, right?
Correct.
For 3 turns? Yeah.
Yeah, it's half. It's very potent because, like, that's a very potent effect.
Right. And I'm assuming the 3 turns are 3 of Albert's turns? Or is it 3 turns per party member?
Yeah, I think it's 3 per party member. Pretty sure.
Okay. So, like, Meru would burn through her defensive turns real fast.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I actually need to look that up. Because that doesn't sound right, but it also could be correct.
Right.
Yeah.
The reason I asked...
Yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask is because if you could conceivably have 2 really fast party members...
Yeah.
And then Albert, right? Because, like, his speed isn't as high... But if it's based off his turn, so every time his turn ticks, the defense goes down 1.
So you can't do that in base Legend of Dragoon because Dart has to stay in the party, and he's really not that quick. But if you turn on the feature in Severed Chains and bring in, say, Miranda and Meru, conceivably, Rose Storm is not that good because they're both extremely fast.
Right. That's why I was wondering how it ticks, right?
Right.
Because if it goes off of Albert's turn, then it is really good. Because they would be affected by it until his 3rd turn.
Right.
But if it's based off individual, then yeah, it would be pointless.
Yeah, I never thought to ask that question, but that's a very good question. It's also, in my opinion, if you are willing to put enough grinding in, Rose Storm really isn't that good. If you can get everyone with Armor of Legend and Legend Cask, just don't bother with Rose Storm. Like, you're not taking enough damage for it to matter.
Well, yeah. At that point, yeah, for sure.
That is the other way to, especially... So, Faust, the super boss we were just talking about, is a mage. You can tell he's a wingly. He's got the wingly magic. Like, winglies, even with their depowered state right now, they are incredibly powerful magicians. So having legend casts on everyone makes that fight significantly easier.
Sure.
That's one of the reasons to prioritize casks over Armor of Legend.
No, it seems like this game...
Oops. Ow.
Not entirely, but this game tends to prioritize magic as the higher damaging effect. So if you have a boss who's going to hit really hard, it's more times than not going to be a magical effect.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I actually find it very interesting, because this is one of the 2 games I could think of to where magic does not work the same way for the party that it does for a lot of the enemies.
Right.
The other one is Final Fantasy VIII, where there's the draw system. You're not actually using magic from an internal source. Your GFs allow you to draw magic and use it basically as items.
Yeah, because you can stock it.
Right. And in this one, you have items that you use, and if you want to use magic, or you need to transform into a Dragoon.
Right. So it's not innate within the people as much.
Yeah. Technically, I think the only party member we have that has innate magic would be Meru, but she doesn't demonstrate having magic outside her Dragoon form, so.
Right. Yeah, 8 is another game that is
Yep.
very interestingly done mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of the conventional approaches to JRPG and just goes, we're gonna do something else.
Yeah, 8 has balance problems, in my opinion. I say that as somebody that really likes Final Fantasy 8, but it has issues when it comes to the way it does scaling that makes it a little interesting to play. I still find it very satisfying to play, but you gotta approach it a little differently.
Yeah. And narratively, it's very good.
Indeed.
We were talking about what was going on a little bit in one of our previous Dragoon episodes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But, my wife also really enjoys 8, and so periodically we'll talk about how it functions. And something I didn't realize was that with the boosts that the GFs give you, like say strength boost or whatever,
Right.
that increases per level. So it's actually better to like grind out the AP early to get the best benefit from those things.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Okay, so like whenever let's just take strength boost, right? You have strength boost and it boosts your strength every time your character levels.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So if you have it junctioned correctly early in the game,
you should do this.
Right, yeah. This will make the game a cakewalk depending on how you do it.
It's incredibly useful, yeah.
But so if you are at like level 20, right, and you've got your boosts all set up the way you want for each character, then by the time you're level 99, which is very easy to do, the
Get to level 100, you mean?
yeah, sorry, 100.
Yep.
It's still really easy to do.
It is.
The boosts that come from that is just it's like so big.
It's enormous. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like, so if you don't equip any stat up items and you're not junctioning any magic to your stats in 8, the stat difference between like a level 7 character and a level 100 character is minuscule.
Right.
You don't get that much stronger by leveling up. The real benefit, so for example, I think Ifrit has the strength up ability. And so
yeah.
I ensured for all of Squall's levels, he had that equipped so that he would get a lot more powerful. Right. And that's handy because if you want to be able to junction in a way to even out your stats, it's just very difficult to have enough magic to junction properly, and it's incredibly important for a character like Renoa if you want to use specific strategies with her to basically do insane. She has the highest damage potential in the game, bar none. If you set her up properly, and you have to remove almost all offensive magic from her if you want to do that. I'm talking about Meteor Wing for those that are in the know.
Yeah. It's because she has the best of boys.
What?
She has the best of boys.
Oh, yeah. Yup. That becomes like ammo for a cannon and somehow is fine. What?
I don't know how she holds Angelo that way.
I don't want to know. Oh,
She's got some good arm strength, is all I'm saying.
that's right.
But yeah, like it's just, but that's a system that like, those are, I'm still learning intricacies about that system, and my wife plays it regularly.
Yep.
And
If you guys want to see it on the channel, one of us would be happy to drive it, by the way.
yeah, absolutely. 8 is one of those games where like initially I didn't really care for it because the system didn't make sense to me.
Yep. Exactly.
And then after meeting my wife and watching her play through it and really seeing it explained in a way that made more sense to the way I function. Because like the tutorial does give you that information. It just wasn't clear to me specifically. I just wasn't understanding it. Seeing her do it, I was just like, oh, this is a really good system. You know,
Yeah.
like
It functions extremely well if you know how to do it.
right. It's really cool, and it works interestingly. It just doesn't work the way you expect it to, and so it might be confusing at first. And conversely, I don't feel that way about 12, and I've played it multiple times, and I'm just like, I hate this. Everything about this is dumb.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I tried Zodiac Age. I do not like it. It's not fun for me to play.
Right, and this is not to hate on anybody who likes 12. Like,
Yeah.
if you like 12, cool, great. You don't have to agree with me. I struggle with 12 on so many levels.
Yep. Yep. The story is relatively interesting from what I know of it. I need to actually either go through or watch that story because it's a pretty interesting story. But as far as mechanically, I just can't stand it. All right, Haschel. There we go. That's what I like to see.
Nice job. Yeah. 9 does some interesting stuff with AP too, but it's very different.
Say that again?
9, Final Fantasy 9 does some interesting stuff with AP as well.
That's
It's just
true.
very different.
That is very true.
But Clear Obscure does something similar to what 9 does, although those aren't the only 2 games that do it. But the idea behind it being that you can get these abilities and you learn them by mastering them with certain equipment equipped. And then later you can, as long as you have the AP for it, you can assign them to whatever party member you need and give them a different piece of equipment. So they can still benefit from what, say, the accessory had.
Right.
But with Clear Obscure, it's just its own thing. Like you have, they're called Pictos. You have 3 that you can slot. And they'll give you unique abilities, and they have different benefits. Like maybe it'll up your speed, up your health, your critical hit rate, etc. But it takes 4 battles. You have to have them equipped for 4 battles, and then it's learned for the entire party.
Yeah,
And then the entire party can pick it up based off of how much, like, they're called Lumina points, but they're AP essentially, how much they have.
Yep.
And how much the cost of that thing is.
That's very not grindy. It's anti-grindy, I would say.
Yeah, it is. But I don't think. I think there's a place for grinding with Clear Obscure. I haven't made it all the way through yet. It's very enjoyable. I'm like at level 50 just playing base game.
That's fair enough.
But you know, the max level is 99, and I doubt I'll reach level 99 by the end of the game. So there's room for grinding. And every level you get gives you additional like AP points to spend, and you can purchase an item that you can give your party members to boost their pool of points.
Ooh, nice. Wild Man and bowling.
Both. Perfect.
The classic duo, Wild Man and bowling.
Of course.
What?
Don't worry about it, man. It's fine. I am genuinely curious
Oh. Yeah?
if there are 104 enemy types in this game.
That's a good question. I don't know that off the top of my head, but there could be.
Right, because like some of them would be variants, right? Like the Forest Runner and maybe Run Fast could be part of the same like species or whatever.
Right.
But if there's 108 forms of life, or 107 that we are aware of, are the enemies we're fighting part of that, like...
Yeah, it's conceivable.
Right. I mean, dragons would be one of them, right? Obviously.
All right.
So, anyway,
hey.
random thought.
Yeah. Maybe I'll see if we can find that out.
I have something to tell you before we go to Velweb. I'm not the droid you're looking for.
Oh, no.
It's about Diaz. I see. With this blizzard, it's not a bad time to take a break, so we can get snowed in.
Oh, no.
Make the world regenerate. Regeneration of the world?
Kadessa.
Ruin of Kadessa 3 years ago. The world now is rotten, like a fallen fruit. It was the same smell as the world ruled by Melbu Frama, the Winkley dictator.
Melbu Frama.
The world where inertia is considered to be peace and the easy path leads to devolution. The overture to the destruction has already begun. Devolution? Are you saying that is the reason why our magic power is deteriorating? It is not only for you, Wingleys. It is the danger all species are facing. Now, how can we regenerate the world? You Wingleys are merely the 107th species. The Great Will, the Creator Soa prepared the 108th species. The last species is the last god, which will regenerate the world and lead us to Utopia. Count 108 years, and when the moon that never sets glares red, the moon child descends to the earth and shall give a holy blessing to the world. The moon child of this legend is the last species. It is the god that gives holy bliss to the world. Wait, Shauna's 108?
Oh, no.
That's not true. It is the truth. Then why does the Black Monster continue to kill the Moonchild? I can't answer that because then Dart would know who I am. That devil wants to stop the evolution after imagining himself scorched to death by the blessed, light brought by the last species. Lloyd, what is the relationship between the divine moon objects you have been pursuing and the birth of the Moonchild? The ancient Wingleys feared their statue as the supreme species would end, and sealed up the 108th species. The keys to dissolving the signet are the gem, dagger, and the mirror, named after the moon. You were going to release the Moonchild, in other words, the god, using the divine moon objects. If I don't do it, somebody else will. Even the last god cannot escape from the fate determined by Soa. That's all that I wanted to tell you. The rest will be told by Diaz. If you desire Utopia, let's start. If you desired a Utopia, why did you take Shauna away? What is Shauna to you? All the truth will be told in Velweb. Alright, the blizzard's over.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, this is where we're going to call it for this episode, but we did get some rest on our party members. We're back to full health, and we're going to be heading through the rest of the Snowfield. There is an optional area coming up as well that we are definitely going to be doing. The benefits to doing it right now are huge. So we're definitely going to be getting that done. And then we're going to be heading up to Velweb. And Velweb is the end of Disc 3. So we're closing in on it, but we're definitely going to get this optional area done before we get there. And if you'll notice, we do have over 10,000 gold, so the next time we have the opportunity, we can buy another Legend Cask, which is probably what I'm going to do. And I have been meaning to do some inventory management, so we'll get that done as well.
Woohoo!
But yeah, join us for the next episode when we're probably going to be completing Disc 3.
I feel pretty certain that we probably will, unless something slows us down. But
yeah, indeed.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We do hope that you've been enjoying it, and let us know your thoughts in the comments, whether it's about the story or if you want to talk about Final Fantasy VIII, because that's what we brought up. Whatever.
Yep.
Just love to hear from you. But outside of that, thank you for letting us be a part of your day, and we do hope that there's a wonderful one. And we will see you all in the next video.
See you next time, everyone.
Bye-bye now. Diddly diddly do 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 do. Thanks for watching.